Hey guys, welcome back to the Twenteen podcast. I'm your co-host Caroline.
Co-host Kimmie.
And today, and that's why I say you're a singer. I can't relate because I'm a singer. Yeah, I got it.
I look so cute.
Yeah, this is the 21st episode.
21st.
I feel like every episode, like every 10th episode, we start crying. Like, or we get like a little teary-eyed.
Wow.
I don't know.
We're emotional girlies.
Yeah, we really are.
We did tell you guys that we are big babies.
We start crying.
Big babies.
Easily. Like, snap finger. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last episode, it was a little spooky-ooky. And I think we're going to save that, like, the rest of, like, telling scary stories till October. So get geared up for October. Because, like, back-to-back episodes are going to be scary.
First off, I never agreed to that.
Why? I don't like the scary.
I never agreed to it.
I have to edit those. Yeah. I was terrified. Like, when I had to edit the...
Okay. I enjoy it. But I like the spookies.
Okay, so October is going to be, like, all spooky.
No.
You know what I like? I like when it's like spooky, but it's not scary. Like you know, like Disney, like Holloweentown. Even then, Holloweentown kind of did still scare me. Like,
I like spooky.
In Holloweentown, when that kid turned like back into a goblin, he was ugly. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you look like that. You're not ugly.
I know you were scared because you like he's ugly.
Yeah, he started. He. I don't.
I like how she really sat there and, like, she tried to play it up. She's like, you look beautiful.
She's like, yeah. She's like, you're not that bad. You're not that bad. You could have approached me just the way you are. Monty's a liar.
She really was. She said you could
Number one thing, Monty's a liar.
No, she loved to lie.
Talking about you could have still approached me. Nigga. Stop lying. Yeah, he was kind of scary to me. And you know what else was scary? That they were like strapped like in the seats.
Yeah.
And like you literally like...
No, what scared me was the grandma where she was like, go.
And then she freezes, right?
Yeah,
no, but like the mom and everybody being like trapped in their seats. Guys, if you don't know what we're talking about Holloweentown.
You said
no, I know, but I'm like I'm gonna explain a little bit of the movie because some people probably haven't seen Holloweentown. If you haven't seen Holloweentown, you need to see it.
No. What happens is you need to go watch Holloweentown, okay? After this
and
episode.
Then come back.
No, after this episode, right? Then go watch Holloweentown. Then come back.
I was gonna give them a little bit of a preface. Like,
no, they should know.
Okay, anyways,
it came out in the 90s.
The part. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it did.
Was it the 2000s?
No, we watched it in 2000s. That movie came out like 1990 something. It's a 90s movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
so
the other
y'all
ones,
have not
you know
watched
what was
it
green? What was green was that the fourth episode. Was it the fourth movie or the third movie where they like literally had all the same characters from the other movies, but they switched out the main character?
Fourth movie.
I was like, that is so
obsessed.
wrong. I love that movie though. I love that one. The fourth one.
I hate it.
Why? She goes back in time and she finds out that her grandma was the princess of Holloweentown.
Yeah, because you like
it. I was literally. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is. It was so good. I loved the whole premise of that movie. I just hated that they switched out her character, like the main character, and then couldn't find out they never even told her that she wasn't going to come back for the fourth movie.
Yeah, she just said she just saw the trailer and was like, wow, it's crazy.
I'm like, that's crazy. You had the same, like the sister's the same, the brother's the same, the mom's the same, the grandma's the same, everybody's the same
except for
the main character.
Because I think at
Okay,
so at that time, that main character in the fourth one, she was
Aquamarine. Yeah, she was like a famous.
She was like that breakout
person.
Star that they were like,
I think
well,
she's also a nepo baby.
I don't know if she's a nepo baby.
I think so.
You just like to say stuff.
No, I think that she's a nepo baby.
If I look this girl up,
I think she is. I'm not lying. I think she is. I think that's why I heard that she got the role was because
I think she was like a breakout
she knew somebody
star
or something like that, and then they gave her the role
because she was in Aquamarine, and I remember watching Aquamarine like eating it up, being like, oh my god, JoJo can act.
Even then, like, what would the fourth movie of Holloweentown like bring? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring that girl. This is the fourth movie of a franchise. Like, it's not like it's like
her father is a dentist. Both of her parents are dentists.
Oh, I swear I heard that she was a nepo baby in the conversation because I remember she was talking about the other girl getting the role or something like that. I don't know.
No, so I fully believe it was just because of Aquamarine where she.
But that's what I'm saying. What would the fourth movie of Holloweentown like do for somebody who was in like Aquamarine? Like, you guys, like someone who's already had trajectory.
I think they were just wanting to get new audiences to Disney. Like, they just wanted more eyes. And because Aquamarine came out, I guess roughly around that time, because I remember watching Aquamarine and then watching Holloweentown 4 and being like, wow, that's crazy as hell. Like, I remember that.
But you watched all the Halloweentowns.
Yeah. So I knew immediately that they switched her out. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then because I'm a child, I was like, maybe she went to college and like she's like busy at the moment. And they were just like, oh, because I also thought they like filmed stuff.
Yeah.
Then the same week it came out, so I was like, yeah. I grew up. I realized I had to tell Gabby that. I was like, you know what's funny is that sometimes like when you're watching these movies, because we were watching 10 Things I Hate About You, and one of the kids that's in there, he played the elf in Santa Claus, like the first Santa Claus he played the elf, and Gabby's like, that's like so weird because like he plays like 10 Things Santa I Hate About You
movies where he
like with
where he like falls off the roof and
that
becomes
one.
Santa.
Yeah,
I love those movies too.
No, I love those movies too. But it was just funny because that kid that plays the main elf is the kid that's
the grumpy elf, like the one who's always like, he's like the boss elf.
He's in 10 Things I Hate About You, and Gabby's like, oh, that's really weird, like how that happened. I was like, you have to remember from the time that they filmed it is completely different from the time they edited it to the time it actually gets posted. I say it was probably like a 2-year wait, and like this little nigga grew up and was in another movie. You know what I mean? Like, or was like on set for another movie. So I like, it may seem like it's really close together, but it's actually not. It's just like when they shoot it, it's completely different from when they edit it.
You could definitely see that with the Stranger Things kids.
Yeah,
like it's horrendous. Like I saw somebody like post a picture of like them meeting Barack Obama, and they're just now when they were little and like the first season, and they're just now like getting to the 4th season.
Yeah,
and I'm like that's crazy. I mean the 5th season. Yeah, I'm like that's crazy because like the way that most shows goes, like it is year by year they're able to get the show out, but Stranger Things is like the caliber that it's at. I think also they be dragging their feet a little bit. I mean also COVID happened too, but like I'm like if it got done in 5 years, they wouldn't look so terribly like
but
older.
I feel like if they did it in 5 years, I don't think the writing would come through. Because I feel like because I feel like the writers themselves actually have to fully explore. Like I feel
every
like
possibility.
Just they have to go through so many like rewrites, and it's like I don't want to force them to, because there's a drastic difference between season 2 and season 3, and I think those two were definitely like close together.
But you know what?
Had to be close together because the writing in from season 3 to season 4 is completely drastic, and I was like, okay, this looks like season 1, season 2 writing. So I'm not sure if they were getting pressured because season 3, I'm so sorry. If you guys are watching Stranger Things, season 3 is a completely different show. I'm gonna be honest, it is. Yeah. The writing is completely different. It's following some tropes where you're like, you guys never followed a trope before. Like it's very weird. It's almost campy, but it's not campy like how season 1 or season 2 is. Because season 1 is camp as fuck. It's very campy. And then they brought that back in season 4, and I was like, they needed time. Them writers, I feel like as a writer, you just have to write. You have to like write the storyline first, then see if it's possible, see if that makes sense, see if that's actually what the characters do. Because I feel like a lot of people don't know or don't understand about writing is that you have to do your writing as a screenwriter is not based on what you want to have happen. It's based on the characters. So I felt like for them, season 3 felt so lost because it was like, what was the characters doing? Season 2, all the characters had a purpose. Season 1, all the characters had a purpose. Season 3, it was like even our main characters had no clue what they were doing. And they were just like, well, we're going to lean on the really teen things and be like, 11's going to be like, I hate everybody. Fuck you. And I was like, oh, that's a weird character arc for her because it's like, I get it. She's like hitting puberty and she's like feisty, but it's also like she was snapping at Papa Hoppa.
I was literally so invested. Because I also love drama. I love drama.
I know you love drama.
I love drama shows and drama. So I'm like, I was into it. I was like, this is so coming of age, like so like
but at the same
giving me angst. And that's what
at the same time,
though, I wasn't like,
think about it. She's in captivity for how long? The man that saved her from captivity, she's giving attitude to. That seems weird.
No, I like the comparison. She said, "You're like Papa." You're like, I liked it because it's like, like the juxtaposition, like, yes, you have the same idea, like you want to save Elle, but like you can't go about it the same way by keeping her in captivity. She's trying to live life. That's why she escaped in the first place.
Well, she's trying to live life. He was trying to sit there.
She was trapped in a cabin.
No, because first off, she had to because they faked her damn death.
Okay, no, they could have. I would change my name.
You know they faked her. They faked her death too many times.
Put me in witness protection.
No,
let her live. No. Like she really was trapped in her house. Like it was like some like Tangled and Rapunzel type shit.
They had to fake her death so that Papa did not come back for her ass because you thought Papa was gonna let her leave. You thought Papa was gonna let her leave. You thought Papa was gonna let her leave.
But even then, in the 4th season, she ends up getting captured.
You think Harriet? No,
you think Harriet?
You think Harriet Tubman was bringing the slaves in a shiny fucking dress on? Slaves. I'm sorry, that's funny, but no, but like that's what I'm saying. I was like, I get it, but at the same time, the writing is very drastic.
Yeah,
where it was like, I think
I loved it.
I think they had no clue what to do with Max. Max could have had a way better, way deeper character like development for Max, and it never came until season 4, and that's why we feel so deeply for season 4 Max. Season 3 Max, she literally was just a dickhead running around and being like, I fucking hate my brother. And then when he died, I was like, you don't even like him for real. Like he used to literally beat you.
But that's what she was talking about, and like and
then they brought it back in season 4 because I think
they're bringing it back, and she was like you know, like she didn't know like if she really should grieve for him, like you know what I'm saying, like he was kind of haunting her.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Sense.
In season 3 she see Billy die and she's like, Billy.
But you was still,
and I was sitting here like, you hate no she hated Billy. Remember, she told Elle about Billy and like the whole situation with Billy and his dad and the way how his dad treats her mom. Like, remember, she says she doesn't like how his dad treats her mom. And that's how Billy treats her. And she says she doesn't like the scenario, all sorts of shit. She really did not like this nigga. So when he dies, I get it. Oh my God, he died. But she was torn the fuck up. And I was like, girl.
That's what I'm saying. She's torn up because she's like, I didn't like him, but did he deserve to die? Did he and then at the end he sacrificed himself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like now if that was me, I would be torn up too, because it's me trying to figure out, okay, but he sacrificed himself for me, but I hated him, but he did still try to save me, and in the end when it came down to it, he did try to help me. Like you can't process that, especially at her age. Like I could see the conundrum in her mind.
That's why I feel like it makes season 4 so much better, because season 3 was not good. Like season 3 was,
you didn't like season 3?
Season 3 was actually the worst out of all of the seasons. Out of Stranger Things, that's the worst season for me.
What?
No,
I loved it.
You know how many times I picked up my phone, and I never pick up my phone during Stranger Things. And that season 3, I literally said,
"This is the first time hearing of this."
No, I mean that me and Gabby did the same thing.
You hated season 3.
I don't like season 3.
Wow.
I understand it. I like the premise of it. Like I understand why we needed it, but it's also the most draggy. Like that is the most filler fucking season ever.
Wow, I was so into it.
Like, and then it's funny because season 4, it kind of like you forget everything about season 3. I feel like even the writers were like, yeah, we
that's when Robin comes in.
They're like, we just gonna talk about Billy's death and act like nothing else happened. And I was like, oh, okay. Because even like them roughly talking about the mall, I was like, can you imagine a mall in your town being decimated and people dying in it? And the way how they're like, yeah, you know, shit happened.
But you know,
it was like, what? This summer? Like, fucking get over it. It's August. I was just like, I feel like y'all would act a little bit more. Like, even the writers was like, we can't.
But you know what season I really liked was season 2. I like season 2 because I love the dramatics of Will literally like spazzing out on the bed and like being like, that's what comes when I think of Stranger Things.
Yes, season 2 was good. Season 2 was a good follow up. Yeah, where it's like season 1 we find Will, and season 2 is like, well, this the aftermath of finding Will, and it's so good because Will is tweaking. Like Will, in a weird way, is the main character, and you're like, what the fuck is happening with him again? He was always the main character, and then he fell off season 3, and then they did not like him in season 4. I'm sorry, them writers did not write shit for Will. They were like, he's gonna be gay and he's gonna hate Elle.
The end.
And that is it. Thank you very much. I deserve an Oscar. And it's like,
season 2.
Like, I can see what you were saying where it's like, nah, like they need to bring Will back as the main character. Yes. Because like he was always like, he was like the, not the main character, but he was definitely not one of them side characters.
He was not.
Because I was like, Elle is the main character.
Like the way that I remember after season 2, they were literally talking about like, can he be nominated for an Oscar? Like they were trying to nominate him for an Oscar because he was. Yo, he ate. Like he ate that.
No, he ate.
When I think of Stranger Things, like the first
when him pops up, when him Mike is, I forgot who else was in the room, in the hospital room.
His mom.
Yeah, and Will start tweaking out, and Mike is just sitting there like scared. I was like, boy, I'm sorry, you a good friend, bro. We had been out them doors.
But that's the scene that really gives like E.T. Like when you watch E.T. and you like. reference it, it's like, wow, like they took it there.
Yeah, I get that they have homage, like they pay a lot of homage to a lot of like 80s movies or what we would consider 80s movies. I don't know,
but it's like it's like a line between homage and like you just taking directly like the storyline.
I mean,
like,
but it was also funny when they also had them dress up in season 2 as Ghostbusters, because it's like, yeah, they are like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like
no, the friendship dynamic is Ghostbusters.
No, but I thought it was funny that they literally had them be like, we're gonna dress up as Ghostbusters for Halloween. And I was just like, and
even then, like them, I like the dynamic of them fighting over like respectively whose character they are, even though it's like written in stone. Like you guys were created to be specific characters. So to fight about which character you are it's really funny.
That was season 2. I think was very funny. Season 3, I feel like writing wise wasn't good on certain characters, but we did get other characters that really was stronger, because like I'm like thinking about it now, I'm like, yeah, we did get Robin in season 3. I thought we got her from season 2. That's how strong of a character they wrote her as, where it's like you thought she was there high key almost the whole time. Like Robin is, like I said, Robin's up there for me.
That's why I'm like, I'm like, why do you hate season 3? Because Erica also came in strong in season 3.
I felt she came strong.
Robin came in season 3.
Erica
came strong in season 3 because she was the one figuring out the full like mystery of the underground tunnel and of the mall and everything.
She was one of the main pieces.
Season 4, it was like she was there, but was she like when he was like Erica and he was like screaming for her? That's kind of like what we got from Erica, but we didn't really get like her figuring out the memory, like the whole mystery. Yeah. She was,
but at the same time, it was like she had. I feel like they just had to like take a step back though, with Erica, because high key Erica is like, I'm gonna be like a nerd. She's like their OP character. It's like how Dustin is their OP character, where it's like you can't use them all the time because they're just actually intelligent human beings. Where it's like they don't think like normal human beings. You can't have them figure out everything out. Yeah, because even Dustin in season 4 didn't really figure shit out. He was just like, oh my god, that's Morse code, and I was just like, Dustin.
Yeah,
baby. Eyes here. What the fuck are you talking? Like, you know what I mean?
It's like each character sort of like each season. There's certain characters that kind of pull harder than other characters.
They had to. The cast is too big. Even Nancy annoyed me season 4, and I was like, after going through so much shit season 3, I don't think she would go back to. I don't think she'd be so flip floppy. I don't believe as Nancy, as somebody that we've literally watched since season 1, I don't believe she would be such a flip-floppy person, because she's always been so headstrong and steadfast into like, if she knows this is right and she believes this is right, she's gonna do it. So it's very weird to see her flip-flop between two men, especially one of them knowing damn well she does, like she literally broke ties with him in the worst fucking way possible. So it's like that one made no sense to me. I'm like, I like her with the other guy, not Steve, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, I like her
character name or his actor name.
I like her with Jonathan. I like her with Jonathan. I feel like their chemistry is really good, and I feel like it makes sense. I just don't think she'd go back with Steve when he's like, I want to have 6 kids, and she's like, really? You want to have 6 kids? I was like, Nancy, you are the big boss bitch. Like, you are.
I think she was just talking.
I don't know, because she was giving him googly eyes, and I was like, girl. Get the fuck up and get your shotgun and start shooting niggas. Like, that's what you are here for. You are the heavy hitter.
She did.
Oh, also, we're adding to that list Robin. You have 3 OP characters. You have Robin that figures shit out. You have Dustin that figures shit out. And you have Erica that figures shit out. And you know what they did in season 4? Ain't figured nothing out, because they could not use them again.
Yeah.
Because you can't. It's hard to have characters that are so fucking intelligent, and then you have to purposely write them out, because you're like, no, because they're gonna figure it out in one episode. They're can't have save that.
Them for season 5.
I feel like season 5, they're gonna be fucked.
Yeah,
they're gonna be so fucked, because it's gonna be like so many things that's happening where they're like, bro, I have to sit back.
But that's my favorite part about Stranger Things, is that like, even though it's like all separate, they're all kind of figuring out like pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, no,
like, and then they all come
that.
together to like put it all together.
Yeah, I like that. One thing in season 4 I did not like, but it's like, you know, I get the purpose of it. They're trying to show like the diversity of it. Definitely Papa Hoppa's storyline. I love Papa Hoppa.
You didn't like his storyline?
No, I just thought it was dragging.
I loved it,
but it was dragging. Like, where I was like, okay, if you're gonna go get your man, why is it taking you 5 episodes to get your man? Like, that part made no sense. Like, I'm gonna be very honest, that irked me, where I was like, we back in Russia, he's still getting his ass beat, and where the fuck is Winona? on a plane for 5 episodes. Like, come the fuck on, bro. Like, that pissed me off because I love Papa Hoppa, and I was just like, if we're saving him, let's save him.
I like
it. Stop with the it take 5 episodes. Stop with the it take 6. Stop with the it take a whole season to go get him. And then by the time we get him, we see a fucking Demogorgon. That he find a fucking Demogorgon. It's like, bro, what the like that shit pissed me off. I love Papa Hoppa. Hated how long it took to get him.
You know what part the only part I didn't like was the never ending story. I was like, okay. Like, that's the only part that I was like, okay, that's in all of Stranger Things, that's the only part that I did not care about. I was like, okay, whatever.
What do you mean?
Never ending story where like Dustin and his like girlfriend or whatever. I was like, okay.
That was season 3.
That was the only part that I was like, okay.
No, one thing that I did not like.
Other than that, I love like every part. I love like the intricacies of how they piece everything together.
No, I love the world building in Stranger Things. Yeah, I really do. One thing that I just season 4, it took too long to get to Papa Hoppa, and it's so sad that they made Papa Hoppa seem like a real deal side character. Mm-hmm. Like, it just didn't feel real. I don't think if that makes sense.
In season 4.
In season 4, it felt very weird because it was like when she got there and when they're like, I don't know. It's like they've always had that weird like romance or like if they won't they type beat. It was just, I don't know. Season 4, the way how they wrote them love wise was weird. Seeing that there's a Demogorgon in Russia fucking blew me. I was like, okay, now I'm invested in his story again. Like, I hated seeing Papa Hoppa get his ass beat. Mm-hmm. How many times am I gonna see his ass beat? He gets his ass beat every fucking season. I don't need to see 5 episodes straight of his ass getting beat and him sitting there making friends with a Russian. I don't need to see that. I'm sorry. I get it. Don't need to see that. I
loved it because it was giving action movie. I like that every single like part that we would go to were like, it was like different movies. To me, it was like different movies, like all like different genres of movies.
Also,
and,
you
like,
know, we could cut character. Out. We could real cut out Mike and Will across the goddamn country.
Like them in the car and everything.
Yeah, that was so unnecessary.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're all in their own movies. There were
sometimes where I was like, I get it. Y'all came back. Season 4 is hard. You guys also need to cut this out. Mm-hmm. Like, some things need to be on the cutting floor. Because I don't see Stranger Things. Why I like Stranger Things is because season 1 and season 2, no filler. Mm-hmm. There is not an episode where I can think about where I'm like, oh, that was unnecessary. Season 3 and season 4, I can definitely see where I'm like, you could have cut that whole damn thing out. You could have cut this part of the episode out, or you could cut the whole episode out. It's filler. I don't like TV shows that have filler.
I feel like maybe if they had like really sat down and had a conversation, like throughout the like them being in the car and everything, if there was like conversations and then like every time you get back to them there'll be like another conversation to kind of like
they did
help,
nothing.
Like, yeah, like to help their relationship or maybe split up their relationship or like, you know, like like something with their dynamic. If they had talked or something, then I'll be like, oh, okay, like
even
there's something happening.
Even if it was
like
Mike and Will came out the car, right, and they were in a full blown fight because like Will's like, I don't understand why you want to go back there so fucking bad. Like, you're kind of free from this. Like, we're free from this. I don't want to go back there. And like Will almost showing like a victim response where he's like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. And Mike is being like, yo, Elle is there. And Will's looking at him like, fuck Elle, fuck everybody. I'm not going back there. Like, if it was something like that, I would understand. Cause I'm like, yeah.
And Mike could really be sitting there questioning him. Like, what is your deal? Like, no, like, cause you all this time, like you're acting a certain type of way. Like, really, what is your deal? Like, and then it could be like a back and forth about, right?
If they had a big blowout and they're fighting each other, like literally like wrestling on the fucking floor, and like Will like gets on top of Mike and just screams at him like, bro, you don't understand the fuck I've been through. Like, you don't get
exactly
it.
Like Mike is like, okay, well, I understand that you were trapped in the upside down, but I was trapped here, you know, when all of this was also going down. Like, I am also traumatized. Kind of breakthrough. It's not just you. They both have trauma. They both are like traumatized as hell.
They both have things they have.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't have to watch you be possessed by a demon. Like, you didn't
and have to. Like, you wasn't possessed.
You wasn't. Exactly. Like, it would be an interesting conversation to have.
We just
maybe they're saving it for season 5.
We just got Will
crying
Mike,
in the back.
We just got Will giving Mike a lame ass.
He was crying in the back. He was crying in the back. Sorry. And Mike pretending that he don't see the nigga crying in the back.
He was crying.
Yeah.
He said,
yeah.
Okay,
but I think we should.
Sorry.
We get a little off tangent.
We can't talk about Stranger Things.
And Kimmie got a little passionate about Stranger Things. That's the first time I've heard her be like, I don't like this. I don't like that part. I was like, what?
No, but you have to see where I'm coming from.
I understand. You're
me,
analyzing, like,
I love character development.
Yeah.
I love a TV show that has character development, and Stranger Things has done it the best so far.
Yeah.
And I've even said it. I've said it on here before. The way how they handle gay couples, the way how they handle certain intricacies in relationships and stuff like that, where it's like they are really good at that.
Yeah.
Continue. Stop with the, like, I think that season 3 they had no clue what they were doing. They didn't remember. It's like they forgot for a second.
Yeah.
And I feel like it must have been like a crunch time where you're like, look, we gotta go on our basics, like instead of doing the character building. Because I, like, ever since I took screenwriting, and I kind of realized screenwriting only works when you focus on the characters and what the character motivation is. What does this character want to do? What does this character want to be in the end? And do they get that?
Yeah.
When you start answering those questions and then you start building on top of that, that's when you have a good story.
I think that the reason they do that Stranger Things though is doing so well with their story and their script writing is because from the beginning they knew, like, even if it was split up through multiple seasons, how they wanted to end.
Yeah.
They knew their beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
That's why it's so palatable, you know, like that's why they're so good at. That's why they could sit and really focus on what each character motivation is, because they already know how it's going to end. They already know, like, they've been knew since the first season what they wanted to see, what they wanted the ending to be. And I
feel like that works out. That works out very well. I feel like people who are really good screenwriters, you always know your end, and you just try to get your character to the end. You gotta figure out, why does the character want to get to this end. You have to know your ending when it comes to screenwriting before you know your beginning, because you're like, fuck, how we get to the end, now work your way back, right? Because then it makes sense when you go forward. Because sometimes screenwriters don't do that, and you're sitting there in the movie theater like, so how we got here?
Or you're sitting there, and sometimes what I like to do when watching movies that I've never seen before is like try to figure out the ending before the ending. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, so if I was writing this, how would I write the ending? Yeah. You know, and a lot of times, you could call the ending. Yeah. But then, like, so the ones that like really, I feel like a lot of times the ones that people are like, oh, that was really good, is when they first of all have great characters, and then you invert the expectation of what the ending is going to be. Yeah. You know,
but
so
it's not invert. I feel like.
Or maybe maybe even it's about delivering on a promise of the ending. You know, like you're like, okay, this is exactly. It depends on
so many things, and it also is like, is the world. Because again, as a screenwriter, you have to also build that world.
The middle has to be very strong. The journey has to be strong.
You have to build the world. Yeah. It's about world building. It's about character building. It's about the ending. That's all screenwriting really is about. So it's like, when you have the ending, do you have strong characters? Do you have strong character motives? Do you have things that people will connect on, even if they're the bad guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you wrote the villain as the main character, can people relate to this? Because you also have to make sure people can relate to this. Just because you can relate, does that mean other people will relate to this? Is this a specific story? Is it a wider story? Like, there's so many intricacies to screenwriting. That's why when the writers went on fucking strike and we was getting ass movies, it made sense. You need writers. They're the bareback of, they're literally the biggest foundation for film. So that's why it just like made no sense to me why them bitches
don't
never
rush
wanted
the
to pay
writers
them.
either. Sometimes they be rushing them, and it's like they're
and that's the difference between Stranger Things season 2 and Stranger Things season 3. That's the difference. You rush them bitches, you get two different fucking things. Okay, two different fucking things.
But yeah, like we talked about Holloweentown, and that thing that scared me the most was them, and both of us, was them being stuck in the chair, like stuck. So we're gonna talk a little bit about pet peeves.
Not pet peeves, it's phobias.
Pet peeves and phobias.
Pet peeves and phobias. Yeah. Because I just really wanted to get on here. I didn't really tell Caroline this because I was like, I'm gonna save this for the podcast, but I really need to get this shit off my chest. One of my biggest pet peeves as a woman, and I feel like anybody who identifies as a woman, y'all gonna definitely fucking know. I hate when a man. Thank you and welcome to my podcast. Like, that's it.
That's it.
No. But I really hate when a man, like, how do I? Okay, I hate when a man looks you in your face as a woman and thinks that you're dumb because you act a certain way. Yeah, that is my biggest pet peeve. So like, I
think we kind of talked about that before, where they were like, oh, because you're a woman. Like, that's their only argument, is because you're a woman.
Yeah, not just that, but it's also just like, I don't like people questioning my intelligence. I'm not saying I'm a super intelligent person, because I could not remember that Columbus was in Ohio, and I could not remember that an otter did not build the fucking dam. So it's not like I'm the most smart person ever, but it's just like I don't like when my intelligence is being questioned, especially questioned by somebody where I feel like you're not above me intelligent wise. Whereas like if I could acknowledge that you're more intelligent than me, fine, go ahead, tell me, I don't mind. But when I look at you and I'm like,
but it's not only tell me, it's like you could teach me, but don't be like condescending. Like you get, that's the part of it. It's like somehow, some way they say it in a way that's a little condescending, and it's like, why are we being condescending right now?
Okay, so like
you could explain it to me if I don't know and you do know. Why do you have to explain it to me in a way as if I am dumb?
Yeah,
like when you could explain it in like a way like I know you can't understand.
Yeah,
you know?
no, okay. So here's a scenario. I have this man that I work with. Okay. I'm sorry, we famous now, so I can't use names.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna call him Michael.
Okay.
So Michael is like the pharmacy's
This is
asshole.
the first time I'm hearing about this guy.
Yeah.
Too, so this
so
is
he is like the pharmacy's asshole. Like he is a stickler. Like he goes by the book. So like if you have to do something by XYZ, he's gonna do it XYZ. Even though you may find a shortcut to Z through X, he's gonna do XYZ every time, right? And it's fine, whatever. We all think he's on the spectrum. He's definitely on the spectrum. He's like autistic or something. But he's an asshole, so I don't care. But like he does that, right? But then he does this thing, mind you, I'm training with him. I have to train with him in this one position. He does this thing where it's like, okay, I weigh like 120 something pounds, right? Me picking up like a box of IVs, I'm gonna be slow. I don't have no fucking muscle. I can't pick up my own fucking body weight. I can only pick up things 20 pounds, and if I hold it for too long, like a second, I'm finna drop it. You know what I mean? Like I'm weak as fuck. He will get like irritated seeing that I'm moving slow, so he will like double speed and start moving around me fast as fuck, and then annoyed that I'm moving so slow, and I'm looking at him like, okay, you need to calm down. Then he doesn't explain certain things. Like he will get pissed off if I ask him, oh, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? But he will over explain shit that I never asked questions about.
Right.
So I'm just like, do you think I'm fucking stupid? Like I know how to, something as simple as like an oral solution. I have to draw it up in a syringe, right? He's telling me, he's over explaining where I need to go draw the syringe at. Like, oh, you have to do it at 0.5. Do it at 0.5. Are you at 0.5? Did you do it at 0.5? And I'm looking at him like, okay, but when I ask you how to receive narcotics, you're catching an attitude when I ask you why we're doing it the way we're doing it. Full-blown attitude. But when I'm drawing up a syringe and I know I'm supposed to do 0.5, you're sitting there telling me, screaming at my fucking face, are you doing 0.5? Are you sure it's 0.5? No, like, because it has to be 0.5. Do you know how to do 0.5? Actually, let me do it for you. It's like, if you don't get the fuck off my dick.
Damn.
Like, he is absolutely annoying, and he does that shit all the time, and he automatically thinks that I'm like wrong all the time. He thinks I'm wrong. He thinks I'm stupid. It's just like the way how he acts.
Have you ever like corrected him though? Like, and been like,
oh, I've given him attitude. I've given him like loads of attitude where it's just like,
okay,
you don't need to do that.
Is he like he's like at the same level as you, right? Like,
yeah,
same,
like we're all the same. We're all the same
doing
level.
The same. Oh,
it's just he has more certifications than me, and that's about it. But he's still a technician.
Right.
He's not a pharmacist.
Yeah.
He's a technician. And I was looking at him like, so like you need to calm down. Like, I will even explain a very specific scenario where I did snap on him. So it was this week.
Oh, damn.
It was this week, and I was at an area called Tray Safe, and we have crash carts. So I was working on the crash carts. So I'm over at that station, right? He is the OR technician for the day. He was just sitting down, just like doing nothing. He sees that I'm at the fucking Tray Safe. He automatically gets up and goes, hey, I need to go make kits. I need the Tray Safe. Like, do you mind like doing something else for like the time being? And I was like, so you sat here, mind you, he sat there for like 30 fucking minutes. Like 30 fucking minutes just doing absolutely dick all. Sees that I'm over there, starts working on something. He want to go work on it too. I said, okay, fine, whatever, right? So I get up and I go into the storage section and I start doing something else in the storage. Like I'm putting away like fucking IV bags and shit like that, right? I'm putting those back. And kid you not, he then goes back there and is like, oh, I have to grab something. And I looked at him like, right, mind you, I already had to move from my section because you wanted to be in that section so fucking bad for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You were there in the pharmacy for 30 minutes doing absolutely nothing, doing jack shit, doing jack squat. And now all of a sudden I move and you want to be in the spot that I moved at. So I got pissed off. I was like calculating something because I had my phone and there's like a little desk area like with like a keyboard and stuff. And I threw my phone there. I said, go ahead. And then he went to sit there and act like a little bunny and act like, I it'd be quick. I swear. I was like, go ahead. Right? He like gets it, leaves. I start doing something again. He comes back in there and he was like, oh, I grabbed the wrong syringe. I was like, so I just stood there. I literally stood there and I waited and I waited and he caught me waiting for him to like fix it. Yeah. Like, and get the fucking right syringe. And he was like, oh, I mean, I don't mean to be annoying, but like, you know, I do need this for the kid. So you didn't know you needed okay, it's like he picked up the 20 ml syringe knowing he needed 10. Yeah. You didn't know you needed 10?
Yeah.
For the syringe, for the fucking kit you making?
You gotta show him. I don't know. Maybe he likes seeing you upset.
Trust and believe the way how that man is, he's just like that. Like he's just like that to everybody. Like he is actually like that to everybody in the pharmacy. So it's not even like he's trying to be like a cute, like a flirty person. No, he's just an ass. Cause like
no, but that's what I'm saying. He might like just seeing you upset. Like no, he like might like seeing whoever.
I don't know,
making everybody upset.
I don't know.
Or maybe he can't register that he is making people upset.
No, he can. He knows. He knows because like the minute I threw my phone, that's when his whole attitude changed up. He was like, oh, I mean like I don't mean to be annoying. And my issue is I'm still new, so I'm sitting there and I'm biting my tongue. But I already told my mom, I said, let me be there and let people be like, oh, I love when Kimmie work here. I love when Kimmie come clock in. I'm gonna cuss his ass out. Ooh, I will. I'll look him dead in his face and be like, you know, and that's why nobody like you in here. Ooh. That's why not nobody like you.
Michael, you got time. You gotta bide your time.
Trust and believe. I'm right there with him, bro. I'm right there with him. Like he is so fucking annoying. And again, when you make a mistake, he's gonna tell you in great detail why you made the mistake and why you should have never made that mistake and why he's never made that mistake before. Trust and believe. This nigga finna get cussed out, and I can't wait because I'm that person where it's like you go ahead, and then there's gonna be one day I'm not gonna say go ahead. I'm not gonna say go ahead. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna be like, that's why you stay like that. That's why your wife don't like you. That's why you got fucking 2 kids. That's why you autistic. That's why, like, I would go down the fucking list. I got a whole say that list. About that? I like, that's why your wife don't like you. That's why nobody here like you. That's why you're never gonna be manager. If you thought you was gonna be manager, nigga, you would never be manager. And I'll make sure of it because you will never be manager. I will go to HR and complain. I will literally tell him, I'd rather have a potted plant as a manager than you.
Damn.
He's an asshole.
He pissed you off.
Oh. Because he's an asshole. Yeah. It's different if you're an asshole and you're funny, but you're just an asshole to be an asshole and you just think that you're better than everybody because you're an asshole. Okay, no, wait on it. Wait on it.
So he's your pet peeve.
Oh, him and just men in general. Like men that act like that because I think I told you recently, just men have been acting like I'm stupid recently and it's really pissing me off. Don't act like I'm fucking stupid.
I think it's like also like when you act very like girly or like very like
happy.
You know, like happy or just like go lucky, like people automatically assume that you're dumb for some reason.
Stupid. And I'm like, because that's what Jamal said. Jamal was like, he's like, he probably perceives that you're stupid because you get really excited when you learn something new. He's like you physically get so happy. He's like, you're smiling and you're giggling and everything. And he was like, he probably thinks you're stupid because you're doing that. And I was like, yeah, it's not my fucking fault. I like to learn. Yeah. But don't get it twisted.
I think that people have done that to me too before. Where it's like I'm just happy, like I'm just having a good time. Like I feel like both of us are like that, I'm dumb because you know what I'm saying. And I feel like I don't even. I'll be like, you know what? I'll just show you what I could do instead of just being like, you know, like try to get at them. I'm like, whatever. Okay, you can think I'm dumb.
No, I think that's like the perfect like explanation. It's because we are happy. And they're like they just associate women happy as stupid bitches. So they're like, oh, you're so stupid,
right?
let me help you realize that you're so stupid.
Yeah.
And then you look at them and you start talking and you're just like, I'm actually I have a brain up here and she works. This brain works. Again,
I think that also catches them off guard.
I
think that catches them off guard as well when it's like, no, I'm actually intellectual. And they're like, whoa, oh. Yeah. And then they just like, they don't know how to deal with you when you're like.
Well, you actually have a brain. And then that's when they start tweaking out on you. Trust. And believe me.
Not to say every man, because obviously there's men out there who are.
I don't know about that one.
There are men out there who is like, oh, okay, like you're actually not.
Bro,
like you would actually see me as I think they need sisters. Like they need like multiple sisters.
I just think that
like
they
multiple
need
sisters because whatever they're watching on their phone is like they're like only seeing us as like one thing.
What it needs to happen is that we need to gather up all men that are incels and have incel like behavior and murder them. Because incels do not just stay to white men. It don't stay to black men. It's like all across the board. You start talking like you're an incel.
There's those few that just linger.
No, it's just like you are like I'm being so serious. Incels don't deserve life. I wish I was joking.
Michael, you done pissed her the fuck off.
No, it's not just Michael. It's just like incel, like because me not reacting, but me having a recent interaction with an incel really sparked like, ooh. This is how I felt with my ex, so you must be an incel, and just like his incel friends, I don't believe they should live. Just because it's like for you to believe that another.
I'm trying to get you off some charges, and you keep digging yourself. No, I keep trying to get you off these charges. I'm like, she would never hurt a fly. She would never hurt anybody.
I would murder.
And she's like, I want to kill them. I want to stab them in the neck and murder them.
That of acid is what everybody should be having their body decompose in.
Okay,
if you're an incel, like you should just automatically, and you should be alive.
Well, you
should be alive, and you should have like neck up, vat of acid.
I'll visit you in jail. I'll visit you. I'll bring you some.
Girl, I'm not going to jail.
Some snack. Oh, you're. Oh yeah, no, you are an intellectual. You're not gonna get caught.
I'm just not gonna.
You're not gonna get caught. You're just not gonna
right. Yeah. Who is gonna suspect a black woman doing crime?
No, nobody. No, of course not.
Me.
So guys,
I don't even know how to change oil in my car.
To recap.
Like what?
To recap, if you're incel men, hide.
No, just don't fucking exist. Because in my
just poof out of existence.
In my humble opinion, dealing with incel men, you trying to explain to them that you have a purpose in life other than being their pocket pussy, it goes over their head. And I'm like, we can't go forward as the human race like this. You're gonna have to go. And again, that goes for all, just not incel men, because you know what it is for women? It's pick me. A pick me woman is an incel man.
Oop.
They also deserve to die.
Clock it.
No, they deserve to die. Dead ass. Because
death to them all.
Death be to all.
Death to them all. Ooh. Who said that?
I did. Cause no, for real. Because I've also seen some pick me women, and like it reminded me of high school when I would be in high school, and like I'd be having girlfriends like lose their mind over my guy friends, and I was like, why are you acting different? And I even be like, why are you acting different? And she's like, what are you talking about, Kimmie? Like, I just can't wear like all that makeup that you wear. And I'm seeing her like barefaced with EOS chapstick on my lip. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know how to do makeup. I just now kind of could get my eyeliner right. At the ripe age of 26. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, pick me women scream at the top of their lungs that they're not like regular women, that they cook, clean, and they love their man. But you know what is so crazy about all pick me women?
Damn.
You know what's crazy about all pick me women? They're all single. And you know what's crazy about all incel men? They're all single. Common denominator.
So I'm gonna name this episode. We should kill all incel.
Yeah.
Incel and pick me.
Death be to incels. Death be to incels. Yeah. Fully.
Yeah, but that's the end of this episode. To recap,
Holloweentown.
Okay. Stranger Things. Incel men. Yeah. Amen.
Hashtag
death.
Hashtag. Also, before we go, we're supposed to talk about this. Happy LGBTQ month to all my queer people.
Yeah.
I was about to say gays, but I'm like, it's not just the gays. I'll be saying gays for like everybody. If you're lesbian, you're gay. The silence is loud in this studio today. what happened was like, okay, no, damn. Okay, I love my LGBTQ people. Should I put Gab Business out there?
No.
Oh, Gab Business out there now. No.
Okay. I mean, where is she?
She in the living room.
Exactly.
Yeah, she came down. She finally visited.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Gabby Dinger.
Yeah, Gabby Ding. I would say happy LGBTQ month to all the queers out there. Happy LGBTQ month to Gabby, and happy LGBTQ month to Vivian, who is her girlfriend. And
eventually we'll get to those pet peeves, like our serious pet peeves.
I feel like the next episode, pet peeves, phobias, and what was the other one?
We're gonna try Am I the Asshole again. So tap into that.
I don't know if we should do that.
Why not?
I don't like being that damn serious.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah, because sometimes it's like you're not. Like, I want a juicy one, and I just haven't found, like, because I'm still on that Reddit. I haven't found one where it's like
it's good.
Yeah, like I seen one. The man was like, "Am I the asshole? I have an open relationship with my wife, because he cheated on his wife. Like, his wife caught him. She caught him cheating. Was like in the hotel lobby. Caught him cheating. Caught him in 4K with a woman. Got mad and was like, she wanted a divorce. And then he was like, no, please don't divorce me. I'll do anything. And then she was like, do you want to open the relationship? I think like they started talking about like opening a relationship. Yeah. Right? He was like, yeah, I'll open the relationship, thinking that, okay, well, he could just go back to like doing what the fuck he was doing, not realizing he is in immense pain because his wife be fucking. And we can actually talk about that in the next episode.
Okay.
We're going to lead off with that.
Yeah. Tune into the next episode, guys.
Next one.
There's more.
It is. It's a whole lot more.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, follow, comment, leave little comments down below what you guys want to see. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
CNK signing out.